Okay, so the world of Helldivers 2 seems to be getting a little bit darker over recent days. Everything seems to be taking that solid turn that we just kind of don't want it to take. We've already spoke about cheaters and hackers, and now we're going to be taking a look at some other stuff inside of the community, which seems to be having that toxic mentality that a lot of live services game. On top of that, we've got some data mine leaks to unearth, which have got some big things inside of them, so I will give you guys a spoiler warning before that one comes up, so make sure you listen out for that one to make sure that you don't listen into anything you don't want to know about. Unpopular opinions inside of Helldivers 2, and I want to know if you agree with them. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors via the link in the description. Use code CLOUD at checkout for a cheeky discount, and we can dive on with this one. So, Helldivers 2 players are kicking teammates who don't have meta loadouts. The generic live service, to be fair, normally looter-shooter issues that we're starting to seek within this game are becoming quite a prevalent thing now, and it's really starting to grain on a lot of people. So Helldivers 2 is only a few weeks old, and already players are kicking their teammates before games even are going because they're not bringing the so-called meta builds to the party. As Helldivers 2 players level up and seek out the rarest resources exclusive to harder difficulties, their loadouts become a more increasingly serious business. Now, the community has declared a handful of must-haves for higher difficulties, including the SG-225 Breaker primary weapon and the Railgun, Eagle 500k bomb, and Shield Generator Pack stratagems. You can obviously check out the best loadouts that you want to find all over the place online, so make sure you take a look for those because it does help for playstyle. But one post on the Helldivers 2 Steam forum is gaining attention for declaring the need to set the standard for 8 missions. If they are using anything but the right breaker gun, kick, the post reads. If they are having worthless stratagems that are weak, kick. If they don't have either a railgun or nade launcher, kick. Not using a shield, kick. We need to set a standard for high rank pug pickup group. Now, this is a really weird one. You can have your silly builds or weak guns on your own or your friend's time, but if you're using these things, you are trolling and should be kicked. Now, while it's unclear though exactly how prevalent this kicking behavior has become in actual play, it certainly sparked a vociferous debate within the Helldivers 2 community. On one side, Helldivers 2, who are playing to succeed, see nothing wrong with kicking players I suspect won't be able to handle the brutal battlefields on harder difficulties. Now, on the other side are players who think such behavior is shameful because at the end of the day, Helldivers 2 is a co-op game about having fun above all else. Now, this is quite difficult because, as you can see, this post is gaining a lot of traction. It's had around 21.5 thousand upvotes over on Reddit, which is a decent level to say the least. Now, this one does frustrate me greatly. I am under no illusion that this game is going to have its competitive rights, and I fully understand the momentum that this game is holding as far as the leveling system and how it actually works and how difficult and strategic some of these missions need to be. But for me, if we're going to have the mentality that this guy is having, then maybe instead of saying that you can have your certain loadouts that you want to run with your friends or on your own, well, realistically, if you want to have a god squad and run through things like tenfold with the complete meta loadout and have things set in stone and have things played in a specific way, then maybe have a group of people that you should be playing with rather than segregating the entire community to have to run certain loadouts. For me personally, I think that people are able to achieve the same thing without having the meta there. The meta is obviously the best of the best, and it's there for a reason, and we're under no illusion that that does seem to be the case, but people do not need those things to complete certain missions. If you want a god squad which has a specific meta build, then maybe get a squadron and run it up that way. The toxicity inside of these live service games really start to irritate and grate on me when it comes to these level of models. Now, I'm really interested to know what you guys are thinking via the comment section below. Are you a kick or keep sort of guy? Head down to the comment section and put kick or keep. I'm really intrigued to see how this one pans out, and I kind of like to hope that our community over here have a little bit more of a love for other gamers and the appreciation that can play through. Obviously, people need to grind up to get those weapons and to get those stratagems to begin with, which obviously you need to actively bloody play to do it. So you kind of have to look at it in a weaker mindset if you're going to be this sort of person. Now, massive data mine coming in, so huge spoiler warning coming in right now. If you do not want to know about it, then please skip through to the next chapter of the video or jump off the video now. I don't want to be held responsible for you knowing things you didn't want to know about. We got everybody we wanted. Perfect. Well, Helldivers 2 data mine leak unearths new Illuminate enemies and stratagems. Now, the Illuminate enemies were originally just a rumor, and there has been several teasers from developers, although nothing in concrete as far as information goes on the Helldivers 2 future content rollout and what it'll entail. Now, one such rumor was obviously the Illuminate faction from the first game will make a return for the newly released sequel. Meanwhile, new teasers from Helldivers 2 game director Johan point towards potential additions of extra customization options, stealth-based mechanics, so on and so forth. But there seems to be a lot going on here via a Reddit post that has gone up in the gaming leaks and rumors page rather than the Helldivers 2 page, which I quite like the fact that they put it there of all places. It solely states right here in the post, a few days ago I saw someone asking if somebody already data mined the game, and while watching Starship Troopers I thought to myself, yeah sure, why not? I'm no expert in this whatsoever, and at first the data in the game files seemed to be encrypted, but the further I scrolled the more plain text that I found, and when I saw the illumination flare in the files I thought I shared this other once, and that's not in the game currently with you. I actually found a lot of unused stuff, and even the names of the upcoming enemies. If you doubt the legitimacy of this, then check it yourself. You just need Notepad and game installed. It's found in the dl_library.dll. Now, as far as stratagems go, we have got quite a lot, including the drop-off combat walker, the drop-off combat walker president reward, raise flag, we've got bug thumper, medic pack, displacement backpack, drop-off cargo container, health pack rack. There is loads right here, and we're literally just reeling these off, including nukes and spire sterilizers, ship bowling, we've got drop-offs and mini missiles, jammed pinata. There is just so bloody much, but we also have the new enemy type as well, which are the Illuminate. Now, we've got a new faction, which is obviously the Illuminate, and then the new types, which are Adept, which can call for allies, Ghouls, Illusionists, which have a fire projectile and force choke victims, the Obelisk Fire, Outcast, Pathfinder, and Summoner. And these are already in the in-game files, so this is pretty much confirmed to be making an appearance. Whether it's now or in a year's time, we're yet to obviously see, but they've obviously teased the Illuminate beforehand with it being in the original game way long ago. So I'm fully expecting to see a lot of these things come up. As far as how it's going to work with like nukes and with mini missiles and stuff like that, I'm kind of intrigued. I quite like the idea of the medic backpack, and especially things like the shoulder mounted camera is a really freaking interesting one. I'm not too sure how that's going to work out, but nonetheless, it still seems like an interesting list of things to do, say the least. And if you guys want to see this for yourself, then head down to the description. I'll leave the link to the Reddit post put up by Stodal, who's obviously only got 300 upvotes right now, even though it was around about 2 days ago that he managed to post this. So it's gone under the radar quite nicely. Now, an unpopular opinion inside of the scene right now, which is running at nearly 2,000 upvotes on Reddit, is that work is stressful. That's right, he has a stressful work life, and at level 12 I still like to do the lesser missions because they are perfect amount of stress and help me blow off steam. Now, a lot of people are 100% in for this. The game's about having fun. If you want to run the lesser missions because you have a stressful job, you have a lot to do on a day-to-day basis, and you just like running it, to be fair, I like doing it myself sometimes. I think that playing for fun is a lot more enjoyable than playing for the grind, so it's just one of those. Let me know what you guys think via the comment section below. Is this guy in the right frame of mind, or should it be up in his standard? Thank you so much again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your faces. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. with post notifications turned on, it'd be greatly appreciated. Check out our sponsor, Advanced GG. But as always, up until the next time, salute in the comment section for your fellow democracy lovers, and I'll see you in the clouds.